What's up, traders? It's Vincent Mokotedi giving you an update on VinnBoss Signal Factory daily signal analysis. Now, without wasting further time, this is pretty much what we were after yesterday. Remember, this is the only signal group that is trading live that will show both wins and losses without hiding anything. So, without wasting further time explaining how great we are, let's jump into the markets. If you are following us on a daily basis, you will remember that Monday we did nothing, we did not trade. We started trading on Tuesday, we got a buy from here, we get invalidated here, 20 pips risk, we get invalidated here, and we had a re-entry here. Now, someone would ask me, Vincent, why are you looking for buys without hesitation or looking for any sell setups, even though we have a major downward trend happening right now? I would say that I would remind everyone else that the fact that we have this here as a daily demand zone, the red line, the red thick line that we have here, is a daily demand zone, and on that zone we are surely confident enough, or we believe enough, that we might start to see break of structure just like we did here. Up, down, not enough to make a new low though, made a higher low, and then a new break of structure, and this is the scenario. After this break above here, we tested a couple of times, went down, tested again, broke the structure, up. I think we are now going to test for the last time and then continue to the upside. But the most important thing to remember today is that we have the Fed interest rate decision, which means everything can change. If you are already in the buy by then, please make sure you lock in your trade now. I don't want to waste time on this pair because we have 6 pairs that we analyze daily before anything else. So without wasting much time, I want to remind everyone else before moving over to the pound and the dollar. I want to remind everyone else that this is our last month doing the free signals for everyone and trading publicly with everyone else. So you have to register now. It's free to register with our broker. After registering with our broker, the only thing that you will get is to book your spot, and then you can fund later. But if September reaches us and we find that you are not registered, it will still be free to register, but you will have to pay for services like trading signals, like investing, and education will no longer be free, because it is not fair that some people are registering as soon as they can and some people are relaxing, or they will meet us later on in the business. So without wasting further time, let's jump over to the pound and the dollar. Now, the pound and the dollar very similarly, because they have a high correlation rate, this pair, the euro and the dollar, and the pound and the dollar. So for Monday, this was the market. We did not trade on Monday, or rather we did trade on Monday. We got invalidated here, because why did we trade on Monday on the pound, the dollar, but we did not trade on Monday with the euro? The euro was not yet at this thick red line here that we call the daily demand zone, and this means that it was not ready yet. But the pound looked ready, but it went on to liquidate the people who were thinking like me, who were also thinking that the daily liquidity zone will hold, and went down to test the last liquidity zone, which is this. And yesterday, as you have seen, we were already in right here. We got liquidated. This is the first loss, this is the second loss. You don't trade 5 times in one day, you might trade 5 times in a week. So this is the re-entry that we were also after. And as you can see, this is a day. These are period separators or session breakers. This is a full day. So in this day, this is the open, came down and opened up again. So in a daily time frame, this looks more like this. It is a hammer. Some people will call it a shooting star. it depends on the knowledge that you have, but this is a signal that right now this liquidity zone is being tested enough, and the pound, as I've already indicated on the previous day on Monday, that it is already oversold. Now this is time for the pound to start picking up some momentum, and it did today retest, and it retested our moving averages. And after retesting the moving averages, we are still in this buy opportunities. We've already moved our stop loss to break even, to make sure that when the Fed comes out and the market start being volatile too much, we are already covered. What do I expect next? I expect to see one more pull before going to the upside, and this is our target also, 1.3589. You still have to watch us on a daily basis when we are analyzing, or when we are showing how we are trading on a daily basis. Now let's go over to our third chart. Please, if you are enjoying these videos and we help you make money over with these videos, please make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. Click the notification bell so that you get notified when we have our live sessions here, and when we have our videos of weekly forex forecast and the daily forex forecast. Now, without wasting further time, this is the euro card, the euro and the Canadian dollar. Just like the euro dollar on Monday, the euro fell strongly, because I remember this was when Trump announced the deal between the EU and the US of the trade deal. So this trade deal only seemed to benefit the dollar, but didn't disclose publicly what the US is willing to sacrifice on their side. So this is the result of that. It was not publicly disclosed. Excuse me. So without wasting further time, again, the same day, Tuesday, we have the same thing. We have a day like this on a daily time frame. We have a hammer, and guess what? We just tested the daily demand zone, which means that we are bound to go higher than we are already. But if we are with this trade, we are already in, but we have not yet moved the stop loss to break even. I think we should, because we are about to take out this high over here and make a new high. This high is 1.5927. After making this new high, we might come back to retest. If you are already not in from here with me, you can look for this, and then after the retest, we might start to see the market shoot up to our target, which is 1.6104. Now 1.6104 is the target that we will be targeting with the euro card. So guys, remember, we have a trading course for beginners, and not only beginners but intermediate traders who are struggling to find consistencies in the market. So without wasting further time, this is the chance for you to register, and after you've registered, you funded your account, you will get a free course. You will get my mentorship for free for now up until the last month, the last day of August. Then starting from September, we will start charging for prices. I know it sounds unfair, but it is what it is. So let me not waste further time. Remember, on Monday, this was the signal. We were waiting for this two areas to be our selling point. We had one, and we made a good 1:3 to the downside here. We have the pictures. People have already saw that in the group. People have already set their screenshots, and after that, we nearly reached our daily demand zone right here. But what happened was, we are now looking for the buying opportunities. As I've already mentioned, that the pound is oversold, so we are going to see the pound rallying more than most of the pairs. So without wasting ample time explaining that, we already discussed that with the registered members. What we have to do now is find what we did already is find a buying opportunity around this area right here, and then after finding this, buying opportunity, because we realized that already the pound broke or has already reversed to the top. Okay, let me just show you. This is your sell, this is your break or a pullback, this is the continuation. Now this becomes an area of interest. Now the pound, before or almost missing the daily liquidity zone, it came shooting up, meaning that there are less chances that we might reach the daily liquidity zone here. But if we did reach the daily liquidity zone, what would happen? We would start to see the bounce come off real quick. So we managed to find a setup here that allowed us to be in a trade. So we are now heading to our weekly break of structure, which is 1.8487. Now remember guys, these levels are only set out by me during the weekend or when the market just closes, so that we can understand how to deal with the following week. So we took profit here and we are already in a reversed signal again, looking to catch the second pips on 1.8487. now let's go over to our trading, to the last but not least. This is our currency pair that we will be checking, which is the euro and the pound. The euro and the pound, as you remember, on a daily the pound is oversold, so meaning we would be looking for sales, but I was not looking for sales. I was not biased to the sales. I was only looking for buying opportunities. So remember, this is the only signal channel or the only trading channel, me Vincent Mokotedi, that I provide, where I trade live. I do not hide the losses. I'm not trying to market people to come here and expect no losses. I want people to come here expecting losses, but to know how to manage them and make money, because as everybody can see, we lose small and we make 1:3 if the market is moving too much. But if the pullback will be too deep, we are making more than 8 times to 10 times what we are risking. Imagine that on every single pair. So without wasting further time, let me make you guys aware that we were in here Monday, Tuesday. We were here again on Tuesday. We were invalidated here. We were invalidated today, 15 minutes ago here. And I don't think we should already try to buy this because of the strength in the pound. Remember, this is the EU, this is the euro, this is the pound, the GBP. Now this means if the pound is strong, the market is going to go down. If the euro is strong, the market is going to go down. But if the euro is strong, the market is going to go up. So in this scenario, the pound is more stronger than it was anticipated by me during the week. So this all in itself, it is just what I would like to call a missed trade. We will not be focusing on this, not unless we somehow see a reversal to the upside, a break above this structure, and then a pullback. After the pullback, we might still be looking for bullish setups. But if we continue making lower lows and lower highs, then we are not interested in buying this or selling this. We might see the setup from next week, because missing one day means nothing. So without wasting further time, let's go over to our last but not least currency pair. And on this currency pair, we are about to go out here, but I'm still bearish. Remember, there's a difference between being biased and missing your trades. I see weakness here. This is weakness for us, right? This does not necessarily show any strength. You can see that even if I remove my drawing, you can see that there is no enough power like if it was just shooting straight up. There is just a lack of momentum. Every time the buyers come in, the sellers hammer them down. Every time the buyers come in, the sellers hammer them down. And I remember on Monday I did explain that this is the daily supply zone, but there is a deeper one, which is this. If you are watching the videos and paying close attention, you would remember that 1.3775, which is this small line right there, it would mean you would refer to the Monday video and see that I did mention that this would be the last liquidity zone. So what to expect if we are out now? I don't expect to see any strong move upwards, but if we do, I would let it go. I'm not chasing the markets, I am trading my strategy. So without wasting time, let me explain this, as this is the last part of our video. So if I were to see this sharp move up or get invalidated right here, this would be my chance. What I would be looking for to continue selling is up, a break to the downside. Okay, let's say up, down, up, and then this would be my break to the downside. If I see this, I know that we are going to buy, to sell somewhere here, and then after this, what do I want to see? The last but not least is to enter and then continue to the downside, where all the players will make money. This is where all the players will make money, to the downside. Now, to the downside, to which level or to what level? To make a new low right here at 1.3575. Now, all these big trades that I'm usually showing right now are big trades because only we are at the daily demand zones and daily supply zones. Now, the daily demand zones and daily supply zones, they are quite tricky. They need patience and they need people not to miss out. Like an example that we made on the pound and the Canadian dollar, you don't need to miss out. You need to understand how many times you are willing to lose on that pair for a certain, for that week. So let's make an example. If you have $100, if you do have $100, excuse me, I know my writing is bad, but if you do have $100, how many dollars are you willing to risk in a week on one pair? In a week, 1 week on one pair, for how many days? Now, if you have that, you already know that following your plan is important, because you can risk a certain amount of money per trade, and how many times you're willing to lose on the signal. The signal does not mean buy and then after the buy you're losing and then you change the direction. Now you're now selling because after the loss of buying you're going to sell. No, that's not how the signal works. So you have to know after that. And then if this week you can have a bad day, you can have even a bad week, but you can't have 2 consecutive bad weeks. That's something that means you're in trouble. You don't know what you're doing, or you're emotionally not intelligent enough, or something is disturbing you emotionally in your personal life that you can't focus on trading. You can't have 2 weeks of bad trading. So without wasting time, also, how much can you hit yourself with? So if you have figured that much out, you can jump into trading. And if you have not yet figured that out, we are still helping people. Please make sure you register with our broker. Link, it will be under the video description. After registering there, send us the proof of registration, fund your account. For now, the minimum account is still between $15 to $20. It is fine, but from September onward, we want serious traders only. I would like only for traders to have a minimum of $100 in their account. So without wasting further time, thank you for watching this video. Make sure you tell somebody who you think should know about this video. And without wasting further time, again for the last time, thanks and happy trading.